Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
It is 6:08 on a Thursday morning as we get into the first shift, live from Studio 14 in downtown Elgin. Welcome to your Thursday, the 5th day of September. And I'm Marky B reporting. And our first shift every day starts with our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a good Thursday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin Trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for The First Shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
She calls me a loser every day. Every day. Can I ever be a winner? I'll keep trying. It's 6:12 on a Thursday morning here at WRMN. AM 1410, the blowtorch on the air since 1949. Celebrating 75 and still alive. Welcome to a Thursday morning. My name is Mark, and I have the first shift for you today all the way until 10 a.m. And we should have an action-packed show today. That's the right thing to say, right? Yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood. I hope you are. We are 2 days away from our big day with America's First Responders Fest that's been building for some time now and is going to climax on Saturday. Yes. We look forward to a nice cool day Saturday. We'll be talking about that off and on throughout the day, throughout the morning show today and tomorrow. And we hope you can make it on Saturday. Panton Mill Park, South Elgin. More on that coming up. On the show today, this hour, I will start... Well, before we get to all that, let me give you a forecast. A little rain in the forecast for tonight that'll cool things off pretty drastically after the warmest day we've had in a while today. Fair skies and 57 degrees at the start of the show today. Winds are calm, I hope you are. Sunshine in the forecast today. We could approach about 85 degrees here in the Fox River Valley on this Thursday morning and throughout the afternoon. 85. Your projected high. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible, then maybe an isolated shower in the middle of the night. Pretty good timing on the rain as far as we're concerned for the festival. Shouldn't be too much, and it happens at a time that allows for a whole day of drying tomorrow, which is good. Mostly cloudy with a low of 59 tonight, and a 50% chance of a little rain here and there in the Fox River Valley. For tomorrow, an isolated shower possible in the afternoon, otherwise partly sunny. And a high on Friday of only 69. 69 for your Friday high. All the way down to 44 with clear skies on Friday night. And then Saturday, one of our two big days this weekend, as WRMN is going to be burning the candle at all ends this weekend. First with our America's First Responders broadcast and outing Saturday, and then with a bit of parade coverage from Burlington Fall Fest that's going on Sunday. I got to find out a few more details about that so I can share that information with you. That's something Dino put together here at the radio station, and I don't know too much about it. I guess I did see something about Burlington Fall Fest going 9 to 6. Parade at noon, and we're planning to broadcast the parade live. Noon Sunday, Burlington, after our church programming on Sunday morning. See if I can access a little more info on that for you today and maybe share it with you tomorrow morning on the show. Saturday, an amazing day. Sunshine with a high of 66 degrees. So it'll be pleasantly cool. With a lot of sunshine on Saturday, it might feel a little bit warmer than 66 that's being called for. And everybody that has volunteered to spend a little time in the dunk tank on Saturday is rooting for the best. Rooting for the temperature to exceed the predicted high, or rooting for cancellation of the dunk tank. We'll see what happens. Saturday, sunny with a high of 66. Sunday, a really nice day. Lots going on. I mentioned the Burlington parade coverage. The Bears play Tennessee Sunday at Soldier Field. Taste of Chicago going on all weekend. The Elgin Historic House Tour, which I'm going to tell you about. Sandwich Fair, if you live out that way and you want to do that sometime this weekend. Many choices. We hope you choose America's First Responders Fest, at least for part of your weekend activities. And then we warm back up into next week to like 80 on Monday and 85 for Tuesday. That seems like a long ways from now. Hopefully it is. Hopefully we have a lot to celebrate and enjoy, and maybe we can relax a little bit and just have some fun this weekend. We start your Thursday morning at 57 degrees in fair skies. 6:16 here at WRMN. Coming up on the show today, I don't know, let's go from the end to the beginning, shall we? In the end, we'll have Brian Anderson. It's his turn this morning. It's time for another episode of Kane County Speaks. Brian's been a busy man. And there's been a lot of news coming out of the Kane County boardroom here lately. And so Brian, I'm sure will start with an update, and maybe he'll even have a little more of an update than he usually starts with because of all this First Amendment free speech discussion and debate and controversy that's been going on over at the Kane County Government Center. Brian's been all up in the middle of that. He always speaks publicly at the Kane County board meetings, and so we'll hear Brian's thoughts this morning when he gets here during Kane County Speaks this morning from 9 until 10. He's going to talk about some young people and with some young people that are getting involved in politics today. Not Robert. I have no idea where that came from. James. Young man by the name of James and young lady by the name of Cecilia, who has been on the air here a couple of times. I haven't seen her in recent days, but she lives right around the corner here, and she will be, I think, participating with us Saturday in our America's First Responders Fest festivities. James, Cecilia, and another guest by phone this morning will join Brian Anderson here on the show. That'll be the final hour. Should be interesting. And I'll be reading or going over a couple of the stories that have come out of the Kane County boardroom, let's say, and the parking lot in front of the Kane County Government Center, even before Brian gets here today. So we look forward to him expounding on it at 9 o'clock this morning. Also coming up on the show today, I'll be sharing lots of information about some of those festivals I just mentioned with First Shift 411 in about an hour. I've gotten a couple of things from Sherry Ashenbrenner this week. The senior liaison for the city of Elgin. A lot of scam information coming down the pike these days, and maybe I can go over that briefly. First Shift 411 coming up in about an hour. We'll have maybe a haiku. The word of the day from Blackhawks Brad today is ensconce. Ensconce. Someone or something that is firmly placed or hidden. Ensconced. If you're firmly in place, you are ensconced there. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad. The American flag flies. The eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River, which is going to have one dam fewer soon as the Carpentersville Dam is removed. We'll see what that does. Blackhawks Brad says, let's win this day. The American flag flies. The eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River. And prayer number 1, given to me by Blackhawks Brad today. First prayer on the prayer scoreboard. Let's see. Tony Cool stamped the show. Let's go ahead and stamp that and get this thing underway. The 168th staff meeting of the year. Let's win this day, says Tony Cool. And staff meeting number 168 means we are at 11. Whoops. Got all kinds of toys over here. My bells and whistles, like for real. Here's the bell. Tony Cool announcing staff meeting number 1125 and 168 this year. Dang. The bell's in a good mood this morning, you can tell. Let's win this day. Tony Cool stamps the show every day. It is 6:21 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. I got lots of news to share with you this morning. We'll talk about the ribbon tying event that took place in Carpentersville yesterday as they begin the process of taking the dam out in Carpentersville. That makes Gary Swick very happy. He's with the Friends of the Fox River. He was up there. He was quoted in the Daily Herald story. So we'll see what the Daily Herald had to say about yesterday's ribbon tying event and that taking place in Carpentersville. We had a firearm, apparently, that was found at Elgin High School yesterday. The Elgin Police Department has put a notice out about that. They have made an arrest in a weapons investigation. And so I'll go over that by taking a look at the Elgin Police Department Facebook page. My thanks again to the EPD for participating this Saturday in America's First Responders Fest, and also for once again posting on their Facebook page a promotion of our event coming up on Saturday. Come see the Bat, which is like the SWAT mobile that the Elgin Police Department has, and the Bouncy House. And maybe you can dunk a cop. If the dunk tank happens, you can dunk a public official or a cop in the dunk tank on Saturday. I'll go over the list during First Shift 411 today. Who's going to be in the dunk tank and what vendors we're going to have at the event coming up on Saturday. 6:23 here at WRMN. So all of that is coming up on the show today. Lots of news. I have plenty of that for you. And your phone calls are always welcome at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And also, you can text the Image 360 information line this morning. And the text number is 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410. Thanks to Matt, Lisa, and the great people over at Image 360 in South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support. And we have joined into a nice relationship with Image 360. And you can find out more information about what they do. They will be one of the vendors on Saturday at America's First Responders Fest. 6:24 here at WRMN. We're on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube this morning. And on YouTube, the king of YouTube this morning is, let's see. It looks like it's the Big Boss Man. Checking in first on YouTube today. He says, good morning, Marky B and First Shifters. Have a great day from the Big Boss Man. He will be out there helping us out Saturday at America's First Responders Fest. Rumor has it, the Boss Man's going to be around the food. $20 prayers from the Big Boss Man. He might be in charge of the food vendors, is what Dean tells me, but that's possibly subject to change. Dino's getting in touch with all of our volunteers and kind of giving assignments and seeing where every volunteer fits. Thanks, Big Boss Man, for volunteering to volunteer. And all of you who are going to help us out on Saturday. I'm wearing an America's First Responders Fest t-shirt today. One of the ones that will be available on Saturday. It's a nice black t-shirt. I like it. It's got the insignia. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you see me rubbing my chest. That's the insignia for America's First Responders Fest. And on the back, well, you'll have to see the back later, but the back is cool. I'll see if I can show you the back of the shirt later on. They will be available with Heidi selling shirts, and probably Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs, will have the shirt cart out there Saturday. We'll have these t-shirts. We'll have the same style in long sleeves, and it might be a good day for that Saturday. And we'll have some crew neck sweatshirts. And we had our final committee meeting yesterday. I should have grabbed one of each of those shirts so I could show you all on camera. Maybe I'll try to get one of the other types of shirts to show you tomorrow morning on the show. All right, it is 6:26 on this day in music history as we get ready for the bottom of the hour news. A big day for Larry Jones. He's my radio partner 3 days a week, and he will be on tomorrow, of course, on the show. And it's too bad that it's not tomorrow from Larry's standpoint, because he would enjoy the song that I'm about to play. On this day in music history, 1964, the Animals transformed the airwaves with Larry Jones's favorite song, The House of the Rising Sun. The Animals began a 3-week run at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with their breakthrough hit, House of the Rising Sun. The traditional folk song was transformed by the British band, who created a haunting electric rock track. Initially, the Animals chose to cover the tune as a closer for their live act to help them stand out from their other bands in the scene. The song quickly became a favorite, so much so that producer Mickey Most decided that it had the potential to be a hit. Considered to be the first folk rock hit, the song was unlike anything anyone had heard before on the United States and UK airwaves. It's that unusual? It is a little bit different. I'm not sure it's that unusual, but it is a different sounding song. So as we go to the bottom of the hour break, let's check out at least a good portion of this song. It's Larry Jones's favorite song. It's The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. News on the way, and then more news from me and our first shift staff meeting as well.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
.30, time for some news on WRMN. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. In McHenry, Illinois, Michael D. Sellier, a 50-year-old former police officer from Cary, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. The sentence comes after Sellier was found guilty of violating an order of protection connected to a former girlfriend. 2 police officers in Macomb, Illinois, the home of Western Illinois University, are in critical condition following a shooting that occurred on Thursday night. The officers were serving an arrest warrant when they were ambushed and shot. Both are in critical condition. No further information is being released at this time. The American Red Cross is urgently asking for your help during a severe blood shortage. You can step up and make a difference by donating blood at the upcoming drive in Kane County. The event will take place September 16th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside Building A at the Kane County Government Campus located in Geneva. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears open up the season this Sunday afternoon at Soldier Field when they take on the Titans. Top overall pick Caleb Williams trying to fend off the Butterflies.
When feet touch the grass, it's going to be business as usual. But I probably will I normally like to, when I run out the stadium, kind of do a little spin in the tunnel. When I'm coming out the tunnel, just kind of see the stadium, take it all in, and feel the energy, the vibe, and get going from there. Once I do my spin, get down to the sideline, it's go time.
In Milwaukee, the Cardinals beat the Brewers 3-2 in 10 innings Wednesday. Lucan Baker singled home the go-ahead run with 2 outs in the 10th. The Cubs shut out the Pirates 12-0. Shota Imanaga and a pair of relievers combined on a no-hitter. Both the Cubs and Cardinals on the wild card bubble in the National League. The White Sox snapped the 12-game losing skid with an 8-1 win over Baltimore. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin News from September 5th, 1924. There are 4,743 students attending the Elgin public and parochial schools. Of this number, approximately 4,300 are in the public schools, including 1,100 in the high school and 3,200 attending the grades. Parochial school enrollment totals 443. Students are distributed as follows: St. Mary's Catholic School, 135. St. Joseph's Catholic School, 138, and St. John's Lutheran School, 170. Officials at each of the 3 institutions stated that this year's attendance is greater than ever before. Crowded conditions were reported in the upper grades at St. Joseph's School, while the other 2 schools are well filled but not overcrowded. In other news, I'd rather go to jail than pay that fine, cried R.L. Sherman, Oak Park businessman, when arraigned before Police Magistrate George R. Thompson on a speeding charge this afternoon. It's an imposition, and in fact, I won't pay it, said Sherman. To jail you go then, snapped Magistrate Thompson, after ordering a $5 fine and costs totaling $5.50. Suits me, returned the Oak Parker. Sherman was arrested by motorcycle officer Fred Buckhahn at 1 o'clock this afternoon on Villa Street. Sherman, in refusing to pay the fine, admitted traveling 25 miles an hour. Sherman was taken to the county jail in Geneva this afternoon. His term will approximate 5 days.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
Hey, welcome back to the show. 636 WRMN. Good to hear from Jerry Turnquist combined with Al Walters talking about Elgin history. Al handling his first month of Elgin 100 years ago. Right here on WRMN. 6:36 on this Thursday morning. Going to be a beautiful one. Executive table is set up outside as it is on all beautiful days. And gregarious Gina's out there. She brings it all out every day. And she's then joined by Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs. A little while later, we see Comforting Kathleen make her appearance, the leader of the band, CK and the Sunshine Band. And then sometimes we have some others that are the cast and crew that join the band. We have Downtown Carl every once in a while. We have Downtown Jose every once in a while, but Downtown Jose now has a job, so he's got someplace to be every morning. We get Sidekick Susan from time to time. We get Drunken Mark that rides by every once in a while. Linda Carter checks in from time to time. You never know who's going to be a part of the executive table. The fire marshal every once in a while, but I saw the fire marshal John this morning. He is fascinated by fire trucks. He's also fascinated by my van. And I've had the hippie van all week, coming up to work with me this week. And so he saw my van go down Chicago Street this morning, and he gave me a long look and a wave as he was walking over to the bus stop to catch the bus to go to his job up in Seaville, Carpentersville, at the Goodwill. Which is a good segue to the local news this morning. It's 6:38 because I mentioned Carpentersville. And Carpentersville was in the news yesterday as they begin to tear down the dams. Dams or dam? We'll see. We shall see in the long run. But the headline in the Daily Herald today is Fox River to flow freely through Carpentersville with dam removal. Well, the Fox River can still flow freely even with the dam, can it? It just has to go, the water just has to go over the dam as it continues to flow freely. But let's see what the story says. The Fox River will soon flow freely from Algonquin all the way to Elgin. Crews are going to begin work on the $1.2 million project to remove the Carpentersville Dam this month. The project, which will be finished in November, will create a 10.2-mile unimpeded flow of the Fox River, the longest free-flowing stretch through Kane County. And I guess we can pay attention to what happens, right? Because Elgin, South Elgin, maybe some others along the Fox River, other towns, St. Charles, still making some decisions on what to do with their dams. Thing is, you're not going to see the long-term effects of what pulling the Carpentersville Dam will be until long-term, right? So watching what happens in the near future before you make your decision might not show you much, but it's interesting from a kayaking standpoint. If, like myself and Lorena, we like to kayak, and now we're going to have, I guess, incentive to go on up to Algonquin and try to kayak our way down to Carpentersville and all the way maybe to Elgin and see how that works out with no dams. Probably not until next spring if this project's not going to be done until November. And we'll see if next spring is when the decisions are made by the other municipalities that still have decisions to make. Elgin, South Elgin, St. Charles, to be more specific. Well, Gary Swick, who's been on the station here before, and probably about time to have him again on one of our great local shows that we have here. Gary listens, I think, sometimes to the show. Good morning, Gary, if you're listening. He's quoted in the paper today. He's with the Friends of the Fox River. He's the president. And his quote is, "May this be the model and lead domino in a movement that carries river restoration efforts progressively downstream." Friends of the Fox River representatives joined the officials from the Kane County Forest Preserve District and the village of Carpentersville in a ribbon tying ceremony, not a ribbon cutting, ribbon tying. What does that signify when you tie the ribbon instead of cut it? It was a ribbon tying ceremony to signify the upstream and downstream flow of the Fox River coming together with the dam's removal. We, yesterday on Tammy's show, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, she was joined for a little bit by Julie Mann, who is the public information officer for Kane County, so she knows a lot about what's going on in the county. And I think Julie actually took a little road trip from her office in Geneva up to Carpentersville for the ribbon tying event yesterday. That may have been where she was when she joined Tammy on her show yesterday. And you've heard Julie Mann a couple of times on the station too, and I think she's going to become a little more of a regular, whether she wants to or not, because we like Julie. She does a great job on the radio, and we're going to force it out of her. And she has a lot of information about what's going on in Kane County. So, Julie, I'm not sure if she's a morning show listener, but thank you for being a part of Tammy's show yesterday. She gave an update on the Fox River Dam in Carpentersville, and Tammy asked her how long the project would take. Julie did not have the answer to that question. She was guessing early next year. But the story in the Daily Herald says it could be complete by November. Officials said a free-flowing river will lead to its improved health. That's what some officials are saying. Other portions of the river where dams have been removed have seen an increase in the number and species of fish in the water. Removing the dam will also allow people to kayak or canoe safely without worrying about portaging around a dam. And there's a picture in the Daily Herald of Gary Swick standing next to John Skillman, the Carpentersville village president, and the commission president of the Kane County Forest Preserve, Chris Kaus. And they all celebrated during this ribbon tying event yesterday. Kane County Forest Preserve officials outlined the project, which involves building a causeway to divert the river's flow to the eastern edge. Crews will then take out the 10-foot tall dam sections at a time, allowing for short breaks for the river to settle as it adapts to the new flow. Carpentersville Village President John Skillman welcomed the dam's removal, so I guess he's a fan of that. Noting that the village is building a new park along the riverfront near Washington Street south of the dam. The 3-acre park will be completed in the fall of next year. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the Kane County Forest Preserve District approved a contract for the dam's removal last July. The Forest Preserve District owns the dam and the entire shoreline on both sides of the river for 2 miles upstream. Back in 2015, the IDNR, Illinois Department of Natural Resources, and the Forest Preserve District entered an agreement to remove the Carpentersville Dam and the Fabian Causeway at the Fabian Forest Preserve in Geneva. IDNR agreed to pay the cost to remove the dam and the causeway, capping both projects at $3.5 million. So we'll have more dam news in the future, of course, as we decide what to do with Elgin, South Elgin, St. Charles, and if there's any that I'm missing, we'll talk about those dams too. It's 6:46. We'll probably have Gary Swick back on soon. I think Gary is probably hoping that what they see happening in Carpentersville will build up a line of momentum that'll come downstream, as it were, and flow into Elgin and South Elgin. And suddenly, some of the leaders and citizens of Elgin and South Elgin that have been vigorously against removing the dam because they don't know the effects and they fear the long-term effects of the river shrinking, less water in it, and shorelines and everything else that could be affected by removal of the dam. Gary Swick's probably hoping that what he sees happening in Carpentersville will bring that momentum down south of Carpentersville, and he'll be happy if the same things happen in Elgin and South Elgin. Will you? It's an interesting discussion, that's for sure. 6:47 here at WRMN, AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's the first shift. Pleasant morning outside. Good sweatshirt weather this morning. 57 degrees right now, fair skies and calm winds. Headed for a warm high today of about 85, warmest day we've had in a while, which will be followed by 2 of the coolest days we've had in a while after a little front comes through tonight with a little bit of rain. Only 69 for the high tomorrow and 66 for the high on Saturday, but sunshine all through the upcoming weekend. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel fresh. We'll all have a little pep in our step as we take on America's First Responders Fest Saturday, and the Burlington Parade on Sunday, and Bears Football Sunday, and all the other festivals and things going on this weekend, a couple of which I'll touch on next hour with First Shift 411. 6:48 here at WRMN. All right, well, there's some dam news. Here's some more dam news, but not about dams. The next bit of news is going to be about a weapon at Elgin High School. Arrest made in weapons investigation. This is EPD case number 2024-56212. Does that mean there's been 56,212 cases of different police reports that have happened in the city of Elgin this year? I don't know what that number means. I'll have to ask the chief. What does that number mean, chief, if you're listening? We know what 2024 means, but what does -56212 mean? On September the 4th of yesterday, September the 4th, which was yesterday, at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the Elgin Police Department school resource officer assigned to Elgin High School was notified by school staff that they observed a possible firearm in the possession of a student in the building. The school resource officer made contact with the student, and the unloaded firearm was recovered without incident. The preliminary investigation showed there were no threats made towards students or staff. They just found out that one of the kids had a gun. And they were able to approach and talk to that student and remove the gun from his or her possession. It does not say whether it's a he or a she. My guess would be it's a he. But then that's just a guess. The juvenile was transported to the Elgin Police Department and was charged with the following: 3 counts of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, which is a Class 4 felony. 1 count of unlawful use of a weapon. Unlawful use of a weapon? That's a Class A misdemeanor. So we'll get a clarification of that, I guess, from the chief tomorrow morning. Badge 240 Anna Lally. She'll be in tomorrow from 9 until 9:30 with Fridays with the Finest. And tomorrow on the show, I'm not sure what she has in mind. I think we're going to talk more about the Citizens Review Board. Applications are still being taken until the 9th of September, which is Monday. So if you want to be considered for the Citizens Review Board, you want to get that application in the next couple of days. And we talked about that last Friday on our show. We'll continue that discussion, I guess, this Friday, and we'll see what else the chief wants to talk about. I want to say thanks to the chief for agreeing to participate in our Saturday event. She's going to be on stage alongside Kane County Undersheriff Amy Johnson. And the two ladies will make a presentation, talk about law enforcement and the heroes in law enforcement and the latest, I guess, in law enforcement. Amy and Anna are going to get together on stage Saturday, and that'll be a part of our law enforcement ceremony tribute that takes place at 1 o'clock as a part of America's First Responders Fest on Saturday. Law enforcement at 1, fire at 2, led by Mike Felice, retired Elgin and Bartlett Fire Chief. Emergency management at 3, veterans scheduled for noon, led by Commander Mark Smith, American Legion Post 57. And he will be joined by a guest that he's going to bring on stage to talk about, I think, wellness, body and mind wellness of veterans. All of that a part of America's First Responders Fest. Go to WRMN1410.com and click on the link, afrfest.org, or just AFR Fest on the top right side of the page. Sign up for our 5K. It's going to be a beautiful morning to run. I'll be telling you more about the event with First Shift 411 next hour. Got some exciting new news to share with you. I got the shirt on this morning, the t-shirt that's going to be for sale. Tomorrow morning on the show, I will let you know what the price of that shirt is. I think that's going to be a part of a discussion today. And we hope you get a shirt, whether it be a short sleeve t-shirt like the one I'm wearing, a long sleeve t-shirt like it looks like this one, only with long sleeves, or a crew neck sweatshirt. Or if you want a hoodie or something like that, you can place an order with Heidi on Saturday. She'll be ordering some more and getting them to you after the festival. Maybe makes a nice holiday gift. Keep that in mind. We're going to place an order after the festival for more shirts. So if you want to buy an America's First Responders Fest shirt for someone in your family, maybe save it for Christmas or their birthday, you can do that too. Let me know. You can always send me a text at 901-647-1240. I can send that information on to Heidi. Size, color. Color is either going to be black like the one I have on or gray. Gray or black. Size, style, color. 6:54 here at WRMN. More stories coming up in the next hour. We also are going to have to get into our staff meeting a little bit. We'll have our Comfort Keepers call to order coming up this morning about 7:25 or so. And get all your comments this morning. We might be joined by Marcus Mack as well. We've communicated the last couple of weeks. Marcus is handling some sports coverage for us here on WRMN, including a new sports show on Saturday mornings, a part of the Fox River Valley Sports Network that we're forming. And Marcus knows a lot about sports. We got the Bears game coming up Sunday. Cubs a big winner last night, 12-zip. They got a no-hitter last night, a combined no-hitter for the first time in about 4 years, with Imanaga pitching another great game, and closed out last night by, what's-his-face in the 8th inning? Pearson, right? Nate Pearson. And then Porter Hodge, who has come on and done a nice job in the 9th inning, pitched a good 9th inning last night. No-hitter combined by 3 Cubs pitchers last night in a 12-0 victory. White Sox won last night. The White Sox won last night, I said. Wow. I know, right? They beat Baltimore 8-1. So what's more likely to happen? George said that in a text last night. The Cubs pitch a no-hitter or the White Sox actually win a game? 6:56 here at WRMN. Let's head into the top of the hour news by letting you know that on this day in music history, in 1981, Stevie Nicks made her solo debut. Belladonna was the name of the album. It topped the U.S. album charts. The multi-platinum record, which remained on the Billboard 200 for nearly 3 years, featured such hits as Edge of 17, Leather and Lace with Don Henley, and this song, Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty. Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty, take us into the 7 o'clock hour. News at the top, national and worldwide, then more of the first shift. 411 on the way. Your comments with our first shift staff meeting and news stories shared by me in the next hour, too, right here on the first shift. Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Marciano's. Marciano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Marciano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like. Delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Marcianos.com. Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The American Red Cross is urgently asking for your help during a severe blood shortage. You can step up and make a difference by donating blood at the upcoming drive in Kane County. The event will take place September 16th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside Building A at the Kane County Government Campus located in Geneva. In McHenry, Illinois, Michael D. Sellier, a 50-year-old former police officer from Cary, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. The sentence comes after Sellier was found guilty of violating an order of protection connected to a former girlfriend. 2 police officers in Macomb, Illinois, the home of Western Illinois University, are in critical condition following a shooting that occurred on Thursday night. The officers were serving an arrest warrant when they were ambushed and shot. Both are in critical condition. No further information is being released at this time. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Hit in the air deep to right. Is it fair? It is gone. There it is. His first.
White Sox radio as Chicago snapped the 12-game losing skid with an 8-1 win at Baltimore on Wednesday. Nicky Lopez and Kyle Fletcher went deep.
Bellinger drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Tanner. It's got a chance. Gone. Cody Bellinger with a 2-run homer.
Cubs radio with the call on a 12-0 win over the Pirates at Wrigley Field Wednesday. Shota Imanaga combined with 2 relievers for a no-hitter. Imanaga worked 7 innings and struck out 7. Nate Pearson and Porter Hodge able to close things out for the Cubs' first no-hitter at Wrigley since 1972. The Cubs are 4.5 games out of the last National League wildcard spot. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN. I like to give you that dramatic pause before I start talking. Make you wonder what's happening. Or I'm just slow. 7:06 here at WRMN. You decide. If you listen to the introduction to the show every day, it calls me a loser, so gotta earn my name. It is 7 o'clock hour, the first shift here at WRMN, Thursday morning. Nice and cool outside. I just got a couple of minutes sitting with CK and Anna the chairman and gregarious Gina. She had to leave for an appointment, and she couldn't tell me when it was 7:05 like she usually does. Therefore, I was late getting back. Actually, I wasn't late getting back. I just pushed the button slow. All right, it is a beautiful day. We're heading for a high of 85 today. A little bit of rain in the forecast for tonight. Not too much to worry about. Good timing on it, really. I think in the middle of the night, about a 50% chance of a couple of showers. And then the sunshine comes back tomorrow. We look at a couple of brilliantly cool days. 69 tomorrow and 66 Saturday. And then 73, I believe, on Sunday. I guess I shouldn't have to believe. I can just look. 69, sunshine tomorrow. Maybe a quickie isolated shower. Very isolated. Wouldn't worry about it. Tomorrow night, clear skies down to 44 tomorrow night. Then Saturday, sunny with a high of 66. Nice day for Saturday. That's America's First Responders Fest. And I'm going to tell you some things about America's First Responders Fest this hour. I may have to carry it over a little bit to next hour because I did forget to grab the sheet in my office that had the list of vendors that I want to let you know about that are going to be at the festival on Saturday. So much going on, so many different aspects of it coming together to bring it all together and make it a nice fest for you. So please come, share the word. We want to make sure we get the word out there as much as possible. A lot of our people know about it, but a lot of people that you don't talk to every day that I just see out in the community, they might not even know about it. It's odd. Not everybody lives in our world, right? 7:08 here at WRMN. So mostly sunny today with a high of 85, 69 tomorrow, then partly sunny on, actually all sunny on Saturday with a high of 66. Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. Maybe it'll take you to Burlington. Sunshine with a high of 73 on Sunday. We're planning to broadcast a parade out in Burlington Sunday at noon here on the radio station after our church programming and before we go to Dr. Bob Martin Sunday afternoon. Good show on Sunday afternoons, by the way. And then early next week, we get back to summertime temperatures a little bit. 80 on Monday, 85 Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So we're not done yet. We just have a little cool spell coming this weekend. 7:09, we are sitting this hour 58 degrees with fair skies. Don't forget to listen to Matt this afternoon. He's this morning for Out to Lunch, 10 until 1. Matt puts together a show, tells you about a lot of things going on, has interviews on his show, and he'll have more and more coming on his show in the weeks and months to come as Matt works to develop his radio program every day, Out to Lunch. Democracy Now! Catches us up on events, world news, national news, 1 until 2. Talk time with Tammy. Tammy has a little fun with her friends every day from 2 until 4. It's a cute show. Tammy sits most days here at Studio 14. Sonar pushes the buttons, or sometimes Ben does. Once in a while, I may have to come in and produce for a little while on Tammy's show. And we push the buttons and we snicker at the things she says, and maybe we interact a little bit too. Sonar, and yesterday she had Mary on the program, zooming in. The day before that, when I produced the show, it was Nancy. Sometimes it's Becky. Sometimes it's all three. You never know. But you can call Tammy and be a part of her show. She's on 2 to 4. It's the front end of Fox Valley Afternoons. They tell bad jokes and puns. No Nickname John would probably like some of the things they share. They talk about social media and gardening. They comment on news stories. And they have some guests every once in a while, too, like yesterday when Tammy had Julie Mann from Kane County Connects. And then late in the afternoon, it's politics being talked about a lot these days, as it's a political talk show. And it won't always all be politics. Sonar likes to talk politics. Next Tuesday on his show, they're expected to have the Madam Chair from the Kane County Board, Corinne Pirog, joining them on the show. 4:30, I'm not sure if she's coming to the studio or not, but she's been in the news quite a bit lately because of this First Amendment controversy going on over at the Kane County Government Building. So I'm sure Sonar will want to talk about that with her a little bit. And that'll be something to listen to next Tuesday on their show, Corinne Pirog, as far as I know, making her first appearance here on WRMN. She catches a lot of flack from Brian Anderson, and Brian's going to be in a couple of hours with Kane County Speaks, a paid program here on the station. And being that it is, I have to let you know that the program does not necessarily reflect the opinions and views of the Fox River Valley Media Network or its employees. But Brian, he goes to all the Kane County Board meetings. He's only been active in politics for maybe 2 years now, and he has jumped in to expose what he believes are a lot of things that go on at the Kane County Board meetings and in Kane County government that nobody really knew about, that people need to know about. And so that's one of the reasons he has his show every other Thursday on WRMN. Join Brian this morning. Corinne next Tuesday with Sonar and Ben Demonium Boquist on A Political Talk Show, which will not always all be politics. It'll be other news and interviews too. They'll probably talk about the dams some in the months to come, other news stories that are relevant and need to be discussed. Smart guys, they follow the news, and they really are following the presidential election, talking a lot about the debate, which will take place next Tuesday night between Trump and Harris. 7:13 here at WRMN. But I digress. I'm not sure where I started with all that. I guess it's time now for some First Shift 411. Let me start by talking about America's First Responders Fest. I'm going to have 2 different sessions on that today. Next hour, I'll tell you about all the vendors. I think we have about 20 vendors, the most we've ever had, to tell you about, so I will do that on the show next hour. It all begins with our Rapid Response 5K, which will take place at 10 a.m. And the Rapid Response 5K. Let me find out some important information. on a text that I got yesterday from Sam I Am and Glenn the Catalyst Camps, our little text chain that we had going on. And he wants to let everybody know, and this is important whether you're going to be running in the event or just going to the event. You may want to think about traffic, especially if you're running and there's a specific time when you want to try to be there to check in. There are some traffic issues over in South Elgin. Route 31 is closed between McLean and State Street. So if you're coming from St. Charles or up that way, you'll more than likely have to continue south down McLean all the way to Spring, and then turn right on Spring and take that down into Panton Mill Park instead of curling down, which is a bit of a shortcut normally, and that would be taking Route 31 all the way from McLean down to where you hit the police station and the river, basically at South Elgin. So keep that in mind. Route 31 closed between McLean and State Street. So a little traffic issue will affect traffic some for America's First Responders Fest and for those that are going to be running, where it's important that you make sure you show up on time. The run starts at 10. The run starts up near the splash pad in Panton Mill Park. The runners will leave the sidewalk area and run out into the parking lot and run past the classic cars lined up on both sides. I talked to John Polero last night. He's all fired up for this big event on Saturday. He'll have as many cars as he wants. A lot of classic cars are going to be there and looking good on Saturday. Runners will run between them. They'll curl around the pavilion area, and then they'll make their way back alongside the Fox River, all the way south to the Stearns Road Bridge, where they'll hang a left, go over the bridge, go around the statue, come back around over the bridge, and head back. We've altered the route just slightly this year. We've run it about 3 or 4 times, Glenn the Catalyst Camps and myself and Sam I Am, to try to get the distance right for the event, and they have got it refined. So thanks, Glenn, and thanks to Dick Pond Athletics for being a big part of our event and making this all happen. Thanks to Julie the Race Timer. She's going to be on hand as well, timing the race, of course, and providing her services to us. Thanks to all of you who have promoted our event to try to get more runners involved. Our count's been a little low. You can walk up and sign up Saturday morning. And we actually have specialized t-shirts that were made for the first 30 runners that signed up. We're over 30 now, but I'm going to have some shirts set aside from America's First Responders Fest itself to give to the other runners that didn't make the first 30. 7:18 here at WRMN. That takes place at 10. At 11 o'clock, we'll have our Honor Guard presented by American Legion, Post 57, and Mark Smith. And I guess you will see City Councilwoman Rose Martinez, a part of the Honor Guard. And we'll have our national anthem, which will be sung or sang or singed by Shannon Harms, a South Elgin firefighter, and her daughters, Savannah and Mystery Daughter number 2, whose name escapes me and I can't seem to find by looking at old text messages. So Shannon and her 2 daughters will be singing the national anthem. Then we'll give out medals, 10 for the men, 10 for the females, of our 5K finishers that'll be up on stage receiving their medals. Then we'll have a short presentation led by the director, Dino Delaley. And the music will play. Deacon Frost gets us started. They'll take us to right around 12, where we'll pause briefly for our veterans stage presentation. Then the music will play. Part 2 of Deacon Frost, all the way until 1 o'clock. Great music for you Terry and Taylor and Ricky and Jay, the boys from Deacon Frost. Coming up at 1 o'clock, the law enforcement presentation, led by Kane County Undersheriff Amy Johnson and Elgin Police Chief Anna Lally. Some of the Elgin commanders will be on hand, like Heather Lencioni, who's been helping us out tremendously by helping coordinate all the police activities that are going to be taking place that day. After our law enforcement presentation, here comes Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones. They're fun, they're good, and they're not going to be burning hot in their black suits. Rick Lindy looked like he was about to explode last year, and he also did this year when I saw him at the Elgin History Museum. Rick, you don't have to wear black. I know it's part of the look, but tomorrow you'll get away with it, though, because it's going to be much cooler. Or I said tomorrow, I mean Saturday. Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, they'll get a break at 2 o'clock for our firefighter presentation. Mike Felice and battalion chiefs from both Elgin and South Elgin participating. Then coming up at 3, or after that, it'll be Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones Part 2. At 3 o'clock, we'll hear from Kane County Emergency Management. Beth and Scott, I believe, will be representing Kane County Emergency Management on stage. And maybe we'll get an appearance from Public Works. Dino's still working on that. And we'd like to acknowledge and talk to Public Works for a moment if we can get somebody to represent them. We've reached out to Aaron Neal, City of Elgin, but I'm not sure if Aaron can make it or not, but we'll see. Then I'm really looking forward to seeing Jimmy Nick. I think you'll enjoy him. He's going to play the blues with you, and he'll have his other two guys. I'm not sure what their names are. My bad. But I think it's a three-piece band. Jimmy Nick's the lead singer. He's the wild man, and two great blues players behind him. And they're going to play all the way until about 5 o'clock. And then on stage this year, I talked to John Polero last night, and we're planning on stage to have our Classic Car Show trophy presentation. I'm talking about John Polero, JP from JP Car Shows, and we call him the Car Czar. You'll see why Saturday if you come to the festival. Car Czar will be leading the way, and I'll probably be handing out some of the trophies, the plaques, which have all been, once again this year, provided and created by our friend Dave Anderson over at Anderson's Engraving. Doesn't have a retail location right now, maybe not again, but he works out of his garage in Genoa, and he still has his website. You'll be hearing more about Anderson Trophies, Plaques, Engraving in the coming months here at WRMN. Don't forget about Dave Anderson, longtime Elgin location. He was here for a long time. He is still doing the work, just not here in a visible location. He provided our trophies for the car show, our medals for Dino to hand to our ceremonial recipients on stage, and our medals for the 5K. The car show trophy presentation at 5, and then one more band, Junkyard Groove. Stick around and watch Junkyard Groove. They'll be on from 5:30 until 7. And then you can head on over to Arcades Bar and Grill, Route 31, South Elgin, for the Jet Set Quartet, another band performing beginning at 7 o'clock Saturday night. Arcades will be at our event all day long, providing the cold beer and other beverages to you. They are our beverage provider. And so I'm sure they'll have as much of a variety as they can for the event, because they are our only beverage provider on Saturday. Food trucks, you'll have some options. You'll have Cesaroni. They were out there again last night. Phil's been busy on Wednesday nights, providing for the Wednesday night music events over in South Elgin, of which they had another one last night. We went for a short time. And I spoke with Rich Sawyer last night. He's the lead singer for Tennessee Whiskey. He was, they did not perform last night, but he was there watching. And so I talked to him for a little bit. Possibly having Tennessee Whiskey as one of our bands for next year. Kind of introduced myself to Rich, and we spoke for about 10-15 minutes about things. And Another pretty good crowd last night. Next Wednesday is the final Wednesday night at South Elgin, by the way, for this year's Panton Mill Park Summer Concert Series. But 7:24 here at WRMN. But Cesaroni was there last night, and they'll be with us on Saturday. So will Belly's Barbecue for a few hours. We'll also have Sammy's Mexican Grill, and we'll have Mike's Golden Eagle Hot Dogs. Some choices for you for food on Saturday. Vendors, lots of tables. I'll tell you about those next hour. A dunk tank. If it survives the cut, we're going to make the final decision on the dunk tank, I think, today. But so far, it looks like we still may be having the dunk tank. For all you dunkies, you're like, what? Really? Yes, it might still happen. We're going to have a little kiddie train that'll ride around the park and take you for a ride. That Guthrie and Brady are providing the train for you this year. Guthrie and Brady, attorneys at law in Roselle. And we're also going to have Project Hope Animal Rescue out of Gilbert's. And they're going to bring some puppies and set up the puppies on the grass on Saturday. So that'll be fun for the kids, too. 7:26, America's First Responders Fest, Saturday. All day long, plenty to do. Make a day of it. All right, well, let's just go ahead and take you into the bottom of the hour news. First of all, let me let you know about Comfort Keepers of Elgin. Comfort Keepers is a place that exists to provide you with some extra service at the house if you need some for your elderly family member or friend. Look up Comfort Keepers of Elgin and keep them in mind. Here's more about Comfort Keepers right now.
And we're back with WCK, Comfort Keepers Radio. So, Julianne, what got you interested in Comfort Keepers?
Mom passed. We were concerned about Dad being alone.
And Phil, what's it like to have a caregiver around?
Well, it's great. They help me get ready for the day and drive me wherever I need to go.
And I heard you guys are cooking together, too.
I'm learning.
It's been a huge relief knowing someone's there.
Learn more at ComfortKeepers.com.
Comfort Keepers on board as a part of our Comfort Keepers Call to Order here on WRMN. So let's go into our staff meeting for just a moment. I'll come back with more First Shift 411, tell you about a few other events at 8:15 this morning. We might be joined for a minute by Marcus Mack, give us a little sports preview of the weekend at about 8:30 this morning. So a very busy show. I've got some news I want to share about what's been happening over at the Kane County Board and at the Kane County Government Building here recently. So I'll see what all I can squeeze in this morning. We'll skip trivia today, and we'll just go straight through until 9. And then Brian Anderson will be on with Kane County Speaks in the 9 o'clock hour today. James and Cecilia, youngsters getting on board in the political world. They want to get involved, and we're going to talk about why. Brian's going to talk to them and give his usual report about what's been going on at the Kane County Board meetings as well. Kane County Speaks, 9 to 10, right here on WRMN. Your phone calls are always welcome in the second half hour of that show, by the way, from 9:30 to 10 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. No Nickname John checks in this morning. He says, good morning, First Shifters. It's National Shrink Day. Uh-oh. That's not a good day. Are you going to be in the dunk tank Saturday? Are you a male? You can celebrate National Shrink Day. I told my psychiatrist that everyone hates me, says No Nickname John. He said that wasn't true. He hasn't met me yet. Everyone hasn't met me yet. One more time. I told my psychiatrist that everyone hates me, says No Nickname John. My psychiatrist says that wasn't true. Everyone hasn't met me yet. That one might be flying over my head. I have to give that some deeper thought.
Please be quiet. Shut up!
No Nickname John. I'll have to give that some further review before I give it a score. 7:29 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We're about to hit the bottom of the hour news break here. I'll come back with more news and more comments on our Facebook page, a part of our first shift staff meeting. And we'll check the Image 360 information line, 505-926-1410. It's 7:30, news time.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. Two police officers in Macomb, Illinois, the home of Western Illinois University, are in critical condition following a shooting that occurred on Thursday night. The officers were serving an arrest warrant when they were ambushed and shot. Both are in critical condition. No further information is being released at this time. The American Red Cross is urgently asking for your help during a severe blood shortage. You can step up and make a difference by donating blood at the upcoming drive in Kane County. The event will take place September 16th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside Building A at the Kane County Government Campus located in Geneva. In McHenry, Illinois, Michael D. Sellier, a 50-year-old former police officer from Cary, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. The sentence comes after Sellier was found guilty of violating an order of protection connected to a former girlfriend. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Bellinger drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Tanner. It's got a chance. Gone! Cody Bellinger with a 2-run homer.
Cubs radio with the call on a 12-0 win over the Pirates at Wrigley Field Wednesday. Shota Imanaga combined with 2 relievers for a no-hitter. Imanaga worked 7 innings and struck out 7. Nate Pearson and Porter Hodge able to close things out for the Cubs' first no-hitter at Wrigley since 1972. The Cubs are 4.5 games out of the last National League wildcard spot.
Hit in the air deep to right. Is it fair? It is gone! There it is, his first.
White Sox radio as Chicago snapped the 12-game losing skid with an 8-1 win at Baltimore on Wednesday. Nicky Lopez and Kyle Fletcher went deep. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin News from September 5th, 1924. There are 4,743 students attending the Elgin public and parochial schools. Of this number, approximately 4,300 are in the public schools, including 1,100 in the high school and 3,200 attending the grades. Parochial school enrollment totals 443. Students are distributed as follows: St. Mary's Catholic School, 135, St. Joseph's Catholic School, 138, and St. John's Lutheran School, 170. Officials at each of the three institutions stated that this year's attendance is greater than ever before. Crowded conditions were reported in the upper grades at St. Joseph's School, while the other two schools are well filled but not overcrowded. In other news, I'd rather go to jail than pay that fine, cried R.L. Sherman, Oak Park businessman, when arraigned before Police Magistrate George R. Thompson on a speeding charge this afternoon. It's an imposition, and in fact, I won't pay it, said Sherman. To jail you go then, snapped Magistrate Thompson, after ordering a $5 fine and costs totaling $5.50. Suits me, returned the Oak Parker. Sherman was arrested by motorcycle officer Fred Buckhahn at 1 o'clock this afternoon on Villa Street. Sherman, in refusing to pay the fine, admitted traveling 25 miles an hour. Sherman was taken to the county jail at Geneva this afternoon. His term will approximate 5 days.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
.736 here on the first shift. WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. If you want to join us, I am looking at a few texts during the break. And there's Northwest Wes and Northwest Wesley Jr. II rolling by. They're on time again at 7:36 this morning.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Northwest Wesley Jr. II flashes me the all-important peace sign.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
As they drive by on their way to school. St. Mary's here on this beautiful Thursday morning, where we are about 60 degrees, headed for a high of 85 today. Really nice day. A little rain possible overnight tonight. Not too much. Just like watering the yard a little bit. Nice rain like we need. And then cooling things off to 69 tomorrow and 66 Saturday with sunshine on both days. More on America's First Responders Fest and some other First Shift 411 coming up this morning at about 8:15. Let's see. Got a text from a reliable, anonymous source. And I had already read the information about what took place at Elgin High School yesterday. With apparently a student had a firearm, and the school resource officer found out about it and confiscated the firearm. The student was taken to the Elgin Police Department and charged. Juvenile, so the name of the student is not being released because the student is a juvenile. Facing a Class 4 felony and a Class A misdemeanor. So we'll talk to the chief about that tomorrow. I think some may have been surprised by the fact that nothing was shared with the public about this until the Elgin Police Department posted it on their Facebook page at about midnight last night. The text I got says, neither the police nor the school district had let the mainstream media know about anything until the post at midnight. The school district still doesn't have anything up on social media about it, says my anonymous source. expecting, I guess, that the school district should be putting something out faster when an incident like this takes place. It is 7:39 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Took place during the school day yesterday, and I guess nothing came out about it at all until midnight last night. Bad thing? Good thing? Does it matter? The person that sent me that text said he thinks it does matter, it seems, or he wouldn't have mentioned it in a text message. We'll take a phone call here at 847-931-1410. And this caller probably agrees. Let's see what John Priggy's got to say this morning as he joins us here on the phone. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Mark. I just read this, and I would just like to interject that there is a possibility that this was not an intentional attempt to shoot the school up, to do any real damage. It might just be a self-protection issue due to bullying. I've done a lot of research on bullying, and years ago when I tried to get a bullying ordinance put into effect in Elgin, I had a lot of paperwork, and they said, some of the sources I checked said, sometimes kids get bullied, and they know that their parents or a close family member or friend has a gun, and they bring the gun to show it as if to say, hey, stay away from me.
Yeah.
There may not be any bullets in the gun, so that's a real thing. And the city of Elgin just is completely clueless about the effects of bullying and where bullying can take place. You hear that word and you think, oh, the schools can handle it. That must be a school thing. Well, no. Bullying takes place in work locations. It takes place in the first responders scenario, as far as taking care of someone. Bullying has so many tentacles to it that this could be one of those situations.
Sure.
So I would just like to interject that. But as far as releasing things, I will tell you, and I've been saying it for years, U46 is a cover-up to incidents involving school violence. Nobody expects them because they're juveniles, but nobody expects the district to give name, addresses, and phone numbers. They feel, U46, that all they have to do is send an email blast to the mailing list of the school where there has been or is a problem. And that's wrong, because there are more people who pay property taxes for U46 that should be kept in the know whenever something like this is happening, even if they don't have kids in the school.
Mm-hmm.
We're paying for it. And U46 will gladly use social media to tout a first grader spelling the word xylophone in a spelling contest. But when there are 4 or 5 squads and maybe an ambulance in front of a school, they take the position that, well, if you don't have kids in the school where the ambulances and police cars are at, it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
They're horrible on transparency, just horrible. So that may or may not even be the reason why this was posted at midnight some, what would it be, almost 12 hours later after the incident happened.
Right.
So, and it's important, I think, for districts, school districts, and other public venues get on this right away so rumors don't start. And rumors, as you remember, Mark, in any school, high school, how many rumors cut through Elgin High School in a half hour?
Yeah.
You walk into the Commons, and by the time you get back to the library, you've got, the story has changed 10,000 times. So
yeah,
that's my post on it. But the main reason I'm calling is just to say, bullying does exist, and in some schools it's rampant. And sometimes kids get panicky and they bring something to show off to say, "Hey, stop it." And maybe they don't have the faith in the office or with counselors or other people or school resource officers to jump in and say, "Hey, I'm getting bullied by a guy. He's threatening to kill me." On and on. So I hope more information comes out. I don't need to know the name and the address of the kid or his age. I don't need to know. I need to know what happened in my school. And it is my school. All schools are our schools, right?
Yeah, good points.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
there
John.
you have it.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Good day to you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for calling.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, John Prigge checking in. Yeah, good points, valid points. I guess U46, and John has been saying it for a long time, privately reaches out, I guess with an email, like John said, to parents. But he feels like that if you're a taxpayer and you're helping to fund those schools, that you, even if you don't have a student, have the right to know about this. And if the school district doesn't put anything out about it to the public, then that's not right. As for the incident itself, there's been no assumption made that the student was ever threatening other students. The student may just have a firearm that he carries around with him. Sad, but possible. And someone caught wind of that firearm and did something about it. And he was arrested, because you can't do that. So no threat, from what we understand, to any school shooting or anything of that nature. There's a Mark Cool Blue rolling by this morning, jumping onto our Honkers log. What's up, Mark Cool Blue?
Cut me some slack, Jack.
That's right. Just hang loose, bro.
Cut me some slack, Jack. Jive ass dude don't got no brains in it.
Mark Cool Blue. Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam activated this morning at 5:35. I beat the train. Not by a whole lot, but I did. Didn't see Debbie at the corner of 31 and Chicago Street this morning. She's been taking a couple of days off, I guess. There were no panhandlers at the corner of 31 and Chicago Street earlier this morning. The sun's starting to take effect here at Studio 14, which means my head is becoming a light bulb on YouTube. And I won't be able to see in a moment, so enjoy jazz music for about 5 seconds while I close the blinds a bit. That was 5 seconds, by the way. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Much better. 7:46 here at WRMN on this Thursday morning. Larry Jones is in tomorrow, and Jakes is back tomorrow as well. He sent a message to us yesterday saying he will be a part of the show tomorrow. Normally, tomorrow will be the first time we do our Pick 6, but we're going to wait 1 week on that because we've just got too much going on this week. But we do thank Rookies All-American Sports Pub for being on board again this year. We'll start the Pick 6 next week. I'll generate a sheet. We'll probably be doing most picks online this year since our Redemption Center right now, which I'm sure will have a new name soon when it is completed. Not open every day, so you can't come in and fill out sheets like you used to on a regular basis. But we'll post the game on our website, WRMN1410.com, and we'll drive you there to our website. And we'll tell you how you can make your picks online. And I'll crank out some games. 6 games, 6 of the best games each week. And you could win a $20 or $25 gift card to Rookies. I'm not sure of the amount. 20 or 25. I'll find out, and we'll let you know more next week. Jakes and Tim Calderwood and myself and Larry Jones and who knows who else might give their weekly picks. And we'll see who the best of WRMN is, and we'll see who the best of you are from week to week. It is 7:48 here at WRMN. What else is in the news? What else is in the news? Well, this has been in the news a lot. I'm sure Brian Anderson's going to talk about it more on his program this morning. And that is what I have titled my story, The Great Kane County Controversy. You like that? That sounds dramatic, doesn't it? The Great Kane County Controversy. Kane County Board Chairman Corinne Pirog, who's going to be on a political talk show from 4 until 6 next Tuesday. Corinne probably will be on at 4:30. She said yesterday that a First Amendment zone was created at the Kane County Government Center to ensure that people had a place to speak, not to prohibit them from doing so anywhere else on the campus. That's right. It was created so people had a place to speak, not to prohibit them from doing so anywhere else on the campus.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
But people who have been handing out leaflets at the county campus in Geneva say that Pirog established the zone last week because the materials criticized her. The naysayers, the people that don't agree with Ms. Pirog, say that the leaflets have been critical, and that's the reason she created that specialized zone. Committee members also questioned how it came up in the first place. Who decided on this, and why the county board was not involved in this decision? I got the leaflet sent to me yesterday, and we may discuss it tomorrow morning a little bit more with Larry and Jakes and myself, and I'm looking for it right now. Going through my text messages, and it does criticize Corinne Pirog. It's a grassroots citizens against Corinne Pirog is what it says on the leaflet. Vote for Lance Bell. So obviously this generated by the Republicans or a grassroots organization. Maybe Kane County Speaks. And then there's a Did You Know segment on the other side of the leaflet as it shows a picture of the sign in front of Blackjack's strip club. And it says, Did you know? Chair Pirog accepted 3 payments for thousands of dollars from Blackjack's strip club under the name of AAD LLC. And Chair Pirog is accepting union donations in a quid pro quo for county building contracts. Many of these donations are outside of Kane County, some as far away as Washington, D.C. This is what the leaflet says. This is what they were passing out. People who were handing out the flyers at the main entrance say they were told by county workers they could not do so. The leaflet's paid for by Kane County Speaks. Yes, so I'm right about that. It's right here in the story. The leaflets were paid for by Kane County Speaks, the show which comes on this morning at 9. They urge people to vote for Republican Lance Bell for chairman in November. Pirog's a Democrat, seeking her second term in office. Jamie Mosser advised Pirog to remove the signs because the county board had not voted to put them up. Notice should have been given to the community, Mosser said on yesterday. So this is generating some negative news out of the Kane County Board for sure. And Mosser is saying she really didn't, she had nothing to do with this decision. And the Kane County Board should have had more to do with this decision. And who was it? Was it Corinne herself that decided to have the sign put up because she was being criticized on the leaflet? 7:52 here at WRMN. Let's see. One of our first shifters sent me notice that there was a Facebook post out there which was posted, if I could find it here. It was posted, I guess, by Lance Bell, who is running against Corinne Pirog. And I've been able to create the situation here where I can play a part of what's on that Facebook post. So I'm going to do that now. I have not had a chance to see this myself, just to let you know. So we'll just listen to it for a minute, and then we'll see whether it's worth continuing to listen to or not. But this is a video that was posted by the opponent of Corinne Pirog, Lance Bell. And he posted it, I guess, last night, maybe? Let's see.
That at the Kane County Government Building here in Geneva, this is the main entrance, as it says right there on the door. There were volunteers that were in the wood chips there, handing out fly bills or flyers to folks that were interested in what's going on in Kane County. And I heard today that security had regulated, or better forced them to go to an area that's off to the side here, probably about 40 feet. And it kind of doesn't make sense because there's not quite a fence, but there's a barrier, and then there's a sign here. First Amendment area. This area has been set aside for individuals or groups exercising their constitutional First Amendment rights. The County of Kane neither encourages nor discourages or otherwise endorses these activities and receives no funds in relation to these activities. But there is no county ordinance, state law, and in fact it's simply a violation of the Constitution that First Amendment rights would be suppressed over in the public area by the front door. So we've got a little more insanity, a little more tyranny from the chairwoman of the Kane County Board. November 5th, it's time for change.
There you have it for Lance Bell endorsing himself on Facebook post. Thanks for sending me that, and I like to try to play some video and some news content and things like that here on the first shift, and we'll try to do more of that moving forward, but we're going to have more discussion about that, I'm sure, in the 9 o'clock hour today when we are joined by Brian Anderson, who I'm sure spoke at the Kane County Board meeting yesterday morning. All right, well, let me transition back to myself here on camera. It is 7:55 here at WRMN, and we can talk more about it tomorrow morning when Larry and Jakes are here if you want to. Or we can talk about nonsense. We can talk about football. We can talk about America's First Responders Fest, and I'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in about 20 minutes. All right, it is 7:56 now here at WRMN. Let's see how we can finish this hour. How about taking into the top of the hour with another event that took place on this day in music history. Genius George, who listens into the show every day, might enjoy this one because now when I hear this song, I think about him for some reason. It's my Genius George song. On this date, 1951, drummer Jamie Oldacre, who played on Eric Clapton's 461 Ocean Boulevard, the first of 11 Clapton albums to feature Oldacre on drums. He also played alongside Leon Russell and Bob Seger. He played with Ace Frehley and Peter Frampton, and he appeared on recordings with artists such as diverse as the Bee Gees, Stephen Stills, and the following band. Oldacre died of cancer July 16th of 2020 at the age of 68 years old. And Oldacre played on this song by the Bellamy Brothers. It's a good upbeat song to take us into the 8 o'clock hour. News on the way, more of the first shift coming up.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover.
College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec Area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The American Red Cross is urgently asking for your help during a severe blood shortage. You can step up and make a difference by donating blood at the upcoming drive in Kane County. The event will take place September 16th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside Building A at the Kane County Government Campus located in Geneva. In McHenry, Illinois, Michael D. Sellier, a 50-year-old former police officer from Cary, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. The sentence comes after Sellier was found guilty of violating an order of protection connected to a former girlfriend. 2 police officers in Macomb, Illinois, the home of Western Illinois University, are in critical condition following a shooting that occurred on Thursday night. The officers were serving an arrest warrant when they were ambushed and shot. Both are in critical condition. No further information is being released at this time. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Looking to stay informed on the political issues that truly matter? I'm Dennis Sonar Green, inviting you to join me every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town, is where you'll find clear, balanced analysis of the day's biggest news. We dig into the headlines, cutting through the noise to deliver the facts and insights you need to stay informed. Whether you're deeply into politics or just want to understand what's going on, this show offers the depth and perspectives that matter. Tune in every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on WRMN and be part of the conversation that's shaping our community. Let's navigate today's political landscape together on A Political Talk Show, only on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears open up the season this Sunday afternoon at Soldier Field when they take on the Titans. Top overall pick Caleb Williams trying to fend off the Butterflies.
When feet touch the grass, it's going to be business as usual. But I probably will I normally like to, when I run out the stadium, kind of do a little spin in the tunnel. When I'm coming out the tunnel, just kind of see the stadium, take it all in, and feel the energy, the vibe, and get going from there once I do my spin, get down to the sideline. It's go time.
In Milwaukee, the Cardinals beat the Brewers 3-2 in 10 innings Wednesday. Lucan Baker singled home the go-ahead run with 2 outs in the 10th. The Cubs shut out the Pirates 12-0. Shota Imanaga and a pair of relievers combined on a no-hitter. Both the Cubs and Cardinals on the wild card bubble in the National League. The White Sox snapped the 12-game losing skid with an 8-1 win over Baltimore. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale. Let's go. Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it. Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit milwaukeezoo.org.
By love of food and wellness, Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee encourages you to eat seasonal and clean while still indulging a bit. Whether food is served fresh or wood-fired, nothing is overcomplicated. Mockingbird Bar and Garden promises to give your palate something delicious and new and aspires to be a hive of buzz and activity. Start your weekend with an espresso or complement dinner with wine, specialty cocktails, or craft beer. Visit mockingbirdbarandgarden.com today.
Big opportunities don't wait for the winter meeting season. Stay in the know now with Compeer Financial's Agri-Mindset webinars, where industry experts bring you the latest in ag, and you don't have to leave the farm to listen in. Join us August 21st at 1 o'clock for an in-depth hour on navigating technology investments to benefit your farm in today's market. Sign up for Compeer's next Agri-Mindset webinar at compeer.com/register. Compeer Financial is an equal credit opportunity lender and provider. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.
Hello, this is Marcus Mack, the sports director for WRMN 1410 AM, and also the co-host of your favorite sports show, The Truth About Chicago Sports. The Truth About Chicago Sports will be moving times every Saturday, 10 to 12, starting September 7th. That's right, once again, The Truth About Chicago Sports will be moved to every Saturday, 10 to 12, starting September 7th.
All right, busy day here on the first shift. Welcome back to it, 8:08. Thursday morning, sunshine, and what a great time of the year it is weather-wise. We don't want to see these days get away, so let's make the most of every day. It is going to be a beautiful one. Current temperature as we start the 8 o'clock hour this morning. As the sun takes effect, we're up to 65 now. Fair skies, winds are out of the south at 5. And for the rest of the day, we're going to surge. We're going to surge to a high of about 85. Linda Carter walking out front. She's looking for the ladies, I think. Maybe she found them. She did. Anna the chairman and Comforting Kathleen walk by now. They all had a little coffee together down the street, I guess, and they're back. Executive table is shining out front, warped as it is. Don't try to put a ball on it. It would roll off. But that's okay. We're all a little bit warped, aren't we? Just like the executive table. 809, 65, headed for a high of 85, a 50% chance of showers tonight. And a low tonight of about 59. Then tomorrow, scattered shower possible, an isolated shower. That's different than a scattered shower. Isolated means it probably won't happen. It won't happen for long if it does. And tomorrow, otherwise, besides that isolated shower possible, we have a high of 69, partly sunny skies. 44 fire weather tomorrow night, and then Saturday, sunshine with a high of 66 for America's First Responders Fest. Talk more about that in just a couple of moments. Down to 43 on Saturday night. Bring a jacket, bring a sweatshirt with you on Saturday. You might need it if you're there in the evening especially. Sunday, sunshine with a high of 73, a gorgeous day. And we're planning a live broadcast from Burlington on Sunday of a parade on your official parade radio station, WRMN. Bears play at noon Sunday against Tennessee, Soldier Field. Taste of Chicago going on all weekend, too, if you want to go to a larger scale like that. But I think you should just keep it on a smaller scale out here in the suburbs, personally, and make us a part of your weekend at America's First Responders Fest. Currently 65 degrees, 10 past 8. All right, I have a couple of things I want to share about America's First Responders Fest. Then I want to talk about a couple of other events going on around here. And then we'll get to our staff meeting for a bit. We want to mention all of our great supporters of America's First Responders Fest this year. Britain's Car Wash. Mike, Lauren, and all the great people, or Laurel rather, and all the great people that work and have anything to do with Britain's Car Wash on Larkin Avenue at Jane. Even Jose, who dries the cars off when you come out of the car wash on the other side. Britain's Car Wash, once again this year, a supporter of America's First Responders Fest. Angelica always helps me out over at Elgin State Bank. I got to stop by there probably today and make sure things are under control with our accounts so we can pay the people that we have to pay on Saturday at America's First Responders Fest. We got Hopkins Grease Company, the Fox Valley Grease Boys, once again being a supporter of our event this year. Siebert Landscape. And soon here on the radio station, you'll be hearing much more about Siebert Landscape. They're all platinum sponsors. We have Image 360, Matt, Lisa, and the good people, Grace and the others over at Image 360. They've been distributing some information for us and creating some information for us to distribute about the festival and about the station. And we look forward to a long relationship with Image 360, and you can find out more about them. They'll be out there on Saturday with a vendor table. Guthrie and Brady, attorneys at law in Roselle, and they are providing us with a little kiddie train that's going to run around the park on Saturday. Bring your grandkids, bring your kids, and tell all the families you know. It is a family event. RK's Bar and Grill will be there too for the adults. And they will be providing our beverages and have an assortment of choices for you. And then the after party is at RK's. The Jet Set Quartet, Saturday night, RK's, right along 31, near the Thorntons. gas station on the other side of the street in South Elgin. Glenn the Catalyst Camps and Dick Pond Athletics helping us formulate our 5K. Don't forget, you'll get a t-shirt, and you will also get an America's First Responders Fest cup. A commemorative cup. Can I call it that? Can I call it that, Heidi? Heidi let us know yesterday the cups were in. They're red, and I know I'll be using those cups. I like cups like that. You can get one on Saturday at America's First Responders Fest, plastic cups with the logo on it. And everybody that's in the Rapid Response 5K is going to get a commemorative cup, along with a t-shirt for America's First Responders Fest. You can still sign up for the 5K. Go to our website, click on afrfest.com. And then, let's see, if you do that, the fourth link down on the right-hand side says register for the Rapid Response 5K. Do that. It's $39. It's a great walk or run down the Fox River Trail, and you'll run through the classic cars twice. Once when you leave and once when you come back to the finish line. And hopefully we'll have all our beverages set up, so if you run in that race and you're ready for a cold one after the race, our Ks will provide that for you. Rapid Response 5K. It starts at 10, and if you are a top 10 male or female, you'll be on stage getting an award from, well, probably me. I may have a medal on myself. You never know. We'll see how it all turns out. I'm going to run. I am going to run and then try to de-sweatmatize myself in time to be a part of the stage presentations on Saturday. Luckily, it won't be very warm, which is good for us runners. We look forward to the run Saturday morning at 10. And thanks to Dick Pond Athletics for being a part of it and making it happen. Also, thanks to Anderson's Engraving. Dave Anderson back for another year, putting together the trophies and the plaques and the medals for us to pass out on Saturday. He's in Genoa now. I'll be telling you more about Dave and Anderson's Engraving. They've been around Elgin for a long time. He's made a lot of people a lot of trophies over the years. American Legion Post 57 providing the honor guard, providing us with Commander Mark Smith, who will be the leader of the veteran stage presentation at noon. American Legion Post 57 will have a table. Find out more about becoming a member of American Legion Post 57. The Elgin Breakfast Rotary Club. Therial Booth, Attorneys-in-Law, St. Charles. Blue 22 LLC. For you and me. The Moose Lodge, $7.99 on McLean Boulevard in Elgin. This season featuring the NFL ticket, which means you can get every NFL game. They can. And so if you don't have the ticket at home and you're a member of the Moose Lodge, you can always roll up there. Inexpensive drinks, good people, good food. They have different foods that they feature on different nights of the week. And this Sunday they have Mrs. Bossman, who is working this weekend and works some of the shifts over at the Moose Lodge. Bears in Tennessee, noon on Sunday, but every other game they can pick up too at the Moose Lodge. They will also have a table at America's First Responders Fest. The Moose and the American Legion and other social service organizations make up the Elgin United Civic Association, serving the Elgin community since 1967, it looks like it says. In small print, hard for me to see. Thanks to Gary and the others from the Elgin United Civic Association, Mike Kenyon and some of the others for agreeing to be a bronze sponsor this year. James Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Hampshire, Comfort Keepers of Elgin. They bring you the call to order every morning on the show. And Bespoke Motor Union. I think you'll be learning more about them in the future as we bring them on board as a part of our family here at WRMN. Bespoke Motor Union. We're going to be making contributions to True Patriots Care once again this year. Jerry Christofferson and I have been playing phone tag for a couple of days now. And Jerry, I believe, is going to put 403 flags up around the park early Saturday morning. If you want to help, let me know. We're always looking for volunteers, but we have had a number of first shifters volunteer to help us out on Saturday. Thank you, everybody. The Elgin Police Department Explorers are going to be out there, too, providing us with help for our 5K and other things during the day. Thanks to the Kane County Sheriff's Department for providing us with golf carts to use for shuttles. It's all coming together, and we appreciate everybody who has helped bring it together. And the other vendors at America's First Responders Fest include Pads of Elgin, our friend Jen Keller, who has helped promote our 5K. They have a 5K of their own. Joy Simmons and Simmons Madison Funeral Home. They got a big event coming up soon. Joy and Dan are going to come on the show and talk about it. I think on the 17th of this month, they're going to join the show to talk about an event coming up at Simmons Madison. And I believe Joy's going to have some sort of a kiddie event set up at her table or booth on Saturday. She digs the kids, has a few of her own. Tumblers and More, another one of our vendors. The Elgin State Bank, and Angelica Silva and the others that do such a great job over at a very, very nice bank with great customer service, the Elgin State Bank. Love and Tales is going to have a booth along with the law office of Andrew Sosnowski. You've heard from Drew on the show here before. He's been on Kane County Speaks. Steep and Clay, a little store right here next door. It's the store next door to the radio station. Kane County Health Department's going to be out at our event. DCFS, the Elgin Breakfast Rotary Club, Keller Williams Inspire, Moose Lodge, as I mentioned, the Kane County Coroner's Office. We might see Rob Russell Saturday. You never know. He's the coroner, you know. Kane County Emergency Management, led by Beth Drendel. They're going to have a stage presentation. The Young Marines. We heard high compliments for the Young Marines. They're going to have a table out there on Saturday. I mentioned Image 360. The Aurora Vet Center. Yeah, the Vet Center. It's not only in Aurora, but they have vet centers all around the area. They come to Elgin Township every Friday. They're going to be at our event, and I believe Pam Lawson might step on the stage for a moment to talk about what the Vet Center does during our veteran ceremony. Project Hope Animal Rescue. We're proud to announce we're going to make a donation to them with any proceeds that we make. Project Hope Animal Rescue. The puppies are going to be there Saturday. The South Elgin Police Department is going to have a booth. Thank you to Saida Iftikhar. Her name is like a human eye chart, but she's a nice girl, and she's a nice woman, and she is heading up the Community Relations Department at the South Elgin Police Department. She'll be setting up out there on Saturday. And our friend Diane from Operation Sweet Life, we're also going to make a contribution with proceeds to Operation Sweet Life. Those are the vendors. And if our volunteers have the cods to get into the dunk tank, you might have a chance to dunk Commander Heather Lencioni. She's your leadoff hitter at noon in the dunk tank. State Representative Dan Ugasti, 12:30. John Gripe, who's running for Kane County Board. He's signed up next after Dan. Then we have Gretchen Butler, who is running for Kane County Auditor at 1:30. Our friend David Tees, running for Kane County Board. He's a little scared, I think, but he's signed up. 2 o'clock. We'll see what happens. Then the Elgin Police will take control for a little while. Hector Gutierrez at 2:30. He's always around the community. Seen Hector for a long time now. Alton Gallagher at 3 o'clock. He's a cool dude. I like Alton. And he'll be in the dunk tank at 3. And then Cecilia Brooks may take the dunk tank at 3:30. We'll see about the dunk tank. But that's the schedule anyway. We'll see if we stick to it. 8:23 is the time. here at WRMN. Let's see. We are going to hear from Marcus Mack in a few minutes. He's going to call for a brief time. We'll hit the bottom of the hour news at 8:30. Then we'll talk sports for a couple of minutes with Marcus Mack. He's going to have his Saturday morning sports show now at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings. This Saturday, we'll be doing a live broadcast from America's First Responders Fest. From 10 until 1, Marcus, I think, is going to be a part of that with Tammy from Talk Time with Tammy. Afternoons from 2 until 4. And others from WRMN. Sonar might join the crew for a little while on the air. He's both working on the engineering side and the on-air side. It's Sonar who's on the air every day here from 4 until 6. Ben Demoni and Bo Quist will be there. Dino, of course, is the director of our event Saturday. I'll be there, so all of us might jump on the mic at some point. Live coverage from 10 until 1 Saturday. All right. A lot going on this weekend. I've been focusing on our fest a lot. I know I have. But I want to mention a couple of other things happening this weekend as well. If I can find my morning stories here. Got so many open tabs here. I have to keep clicking around. We have the historic Elgin House Tour. That's coming up 9 to 4 Saturday and Sunday. It's the 42nd annual event featuring 5 homes in the Elgin National Watch District. And I don't think homes in that district have been featured that much in the past, so that'll be nice. Plus public buildings, Fire Barn Number 5 Museum, U46 Planetarium, and Calvary Baptist Church, Saturday only. Architectural historian Rebecca Hunter will be hosting a free walking tour both days. $20, $15 if you're age 65 or up, $10 for 18 and younger. It's a historicelginhousetour.com for more information. historicelginhousetour.com. 9 to 4 Saturday and Sunday, the 42nd annual. The Sandwich Fair is going on. This year it's being held in Sandwich. Oddly enough. It's going on actually already. And also on Saturday and Sunday. Now, if you're going to go out there Saturday, you got to split it up between us and Sandwich, okay? It's at 15730 Pratt Road in Sandwich. They have a lot going on out there. The one thing that they have going on that we do not have going on is they have livestock events. Yep, they got us beat on that one. Sandwich, food, rides, livestock events, live entertainment, harness racing. Let's see, all kinds of stuff. Sandwichfair.com. It's an established fair. It's been going on for a long time. I know some people that go out there. I've never been. I've been to Sandwich, but I've never been to the Sandwich Fair. And I guess I'll have to skip it this year, too, because I'll be busy with America's First Responders Fest on Saturday and then perhaps with the parade on Sunday in our coverage. And I want to see the Bears game, too. So these things are all going on this weekend. One more note, and then I'll see what I can get into before we hit the bottom of the hour news, and then Marcus Mack for a couple of minutes. We have to finish our staff meeting this morning, and I'll check on a couple of other stray news stories that I haven't covered yet today in the next half hour. Brian Anderson with Kane County Speaks this morning at 9. The Elgin Township Republicans, Karen Dowling reached out to me last night, reminded me about the salute dinner that is coming up. They would like to invite the public to the 58th annual salute dinner. If you want to meet some of the local faces that are involved in local Republican politics. Kathy Salvi, the chairman of the Illinois State Republican Central Committee, will be the featured speaker, and Elgin Township Supervisor Ken Bruderly will be saluted. And this will be on Thursday night, October, where's the date? The 7th, I believe. No, the 10th, I'm sorry. I missed it right in front of my face. I wasn't looking right in front of my face. I was looking for the fine print. It's October the 10th, 2024, the 58th annual Salute Dinner. Let's see. It's at the Holiday Inn at 495 Airport Road. You're going to have a cash bar, 50-50 raffle, and dinner, of course, and some speakers at the podium. And a presentation will be made. And it will be saluting the Township Supervisor, Ken Bruderly. It is on the 10th of October. Go to elgingop.org to find out more. That's elgingop.org. And I'm sure if you go there, you'll find the easiest way to purchase tickets for the dinner and the program. 6 o'clock social hour, 7 o'clock dinner and program at the Holiday Inn, 495 Airport Road, Elgin, on the 10th of October. 8:29 here at WRMN. We're heading for the bottom of the hour news. And we'll get that for you, and then we'll cover sports for a moment. A reminder, the Pick 6 starts next week, thanks to Rookie's Bar and Grill, Village Squire, Alexander's, and Old Republic. 4 great places, a great family of restaurants. Thanks to Mr. Karras for setting us up with gift cards again this year. It is beautiful outside, 65 at last check, headed for a high of 85 today. Don't forget, Out to Lunch starts this morning at 10, with Matt carrying you from 10 until 1. Now it's news time at 8:30 on WRMN. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. In McHenry, Illinois, Michael D. Sellier, a 50-year-old former police officer from Cary, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. The sentence comes after Sellier was found guilty of violating an order of protection connected to a former girlfriend. 2 police officers in Macomb, Illinois, the home of Western Illinois University, are in critical condition following a shooting that occurred on Thursday night. The officers were serving an arrest warrant when they were ambushed and shot. Both are in critical condition. No further information is being released at this time. The American Red Cross is urgently asking for your help during a severe blood shortage. You can step up and make a difference by donating blood at the upcoming drive in Kane County. The event will take place September 16th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside Building A at the Kane County Government Campus located in Geneva. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Hit in the air, deep to right. Is it fair? It is gone. There it is. His first.
White Sox radio as Chicago snapped the 12-game losing skid with an 8-1 win at Baltimore on Wednesday. Wow. Nicky Lopez and Kyle Fletcher went deep.
Bellinger drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Tanner. It's got a chance. Gone. Cody Bellinger with a 2-run homer.
Cubs radio with the call on a 12-0 win over the Pirates at Wrigley Field Wednesday. Shota Imanaga combined with 2 relievers for a no-hitter. Imanaga worked 7 innings and struck out 7. Nate Pearson and Porter Hodge able to close things out for the Cubs' first no-hitter at Wrigley since 1972. The Cubs are 4.5 games out of the last National League wildcard spot. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale. Let's go. Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Hold on, take two. I've got too much going on here. Let me go over here. Hey, producer, calm the jazz music. Thank you. Let's see, what else can I have the producer do? How about cue up this music? Now when I'm doing what I meant to do. Welcome back to the first shift.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Well, at least once in a while they win.
They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go!
Marcus Mack is on the phone with us right now. He follows Cubs baseball. Whatever the White Sox call the sport they play. And the Bears, of course, starting on Sunday, and other sports, too. He's on the phone with us for a little preview of the sports weekend. Hey, Marcus, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Marky B? How's it going?
I'm doing great, man. You ready for the big weekend? I think sports fans are really fired up. There's a lot going on, especially with the start of the NFL football season.
Yes. NFL season starts tonight.
Yeah.
Huge anticipation. We've got Bears on Sunday. And then just for our show itself, we're going to have a new sports lineup starting on Saturday. We're going to have the new addition to the show called Rise Up. That's where we're going to be talking about all the amateur pros around town. And then my show, The Truth About Chicago Sports, will kick off after that, 10 to 12. So you're going to have Rise Up 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12, you're going to have The Truth About Chicago Sports. So a full 4 hours of your morning of local and national coverage of Pro-Am and pro sports. So it's going to be a great lineup there.
Yeah, we look forward to that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And we got one more caveat, too.
Okay.
Friday, we are now introducing Friday night football.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the Fox Valley Nights is what we're calling it. And we're going to be doing Hampshire School starting on this Friday, New Hampshire, Wrighttown, New Hampshire. And we're going to have their high school. We're going to be streaming them on YouTube, and they're going to be broadcasting on the radio. That's going to be at 7 o'clock on Friday. So we're really looking forward to that. So hopefully everyone can tune in, and including obviously the town of New Hampshire, but also just the whole Fox Valley area. I think that's going to be great to support the young kids, and I think that Hampshire is going to have a pretty good season this year too.
Well, they won their first game. They won 17-16 over McHenry. I think we're going to try to carry 4 games on Friday nights. It's a little bit of an experiment. We haven't covered high school football for a while, but we'll be bringing it back to kind of debut that aspect of what we can do as a local radio station. And this Friday night to play Jacobs, and it'll be interesting to see how the game can be streamed on YouTube at the same time as you can listen to it right here on WRMN. So it'll be interesting. And we're bringing Jeff Myers back, who's a longtime, well-known play-by-play guy who's done sports for a long time. So it'll be great to hear Jeff on the air Friday night.
Yes, indeed. The voice of Elgin, Jeff Myers, will be back with his co-host Kyle, and they'll be doing play-by-play. So this is going to be great. So, yeah, it's a huge sports weekend. So I'm really excited. Just really excited just for not just for the sports scene, but for the station as well. And the fact that we're going to be a part of all this excitement is really a great thing. And so, yeah, I'm going to be, busy as heck running around. My hands are involved in all of it. But you know what? I couldn't ask for anything more, And then the caveat, of course, is to sit back on Sunday and we get to watch Bears football, the start of the season, right?
Yeah, and the Bears play Tennessee. And for a brand new quarterback taking over and a lot of new players and good, talented players, it's nice to be able to start against a middle-of-the-road team like Tennessee. The Bears should win this game, shouldn't they?
The Bears are looking really good. They're favored right now. I think Vegas has got them by 3.
Yeah.
And, the only danger right now is that rookie quarterbacks since 2002 are 0-14-1 in opening day games. So hopefully Caleb is the guy to buck the trend that has been going of this late of the 2000s. And I think if anybody can, it's definitely Caleb. He is the first quarterback that's been drafted, first overall pick. I think that has one of the most talented rosters ever. And the Bears' defense is on a precipice to be probably elite. So, yeah, I think that the Bears should definitely get the win, and we should be celebrating Victory Monday.
And one of my longtime first shift listeners, Genius George, was texting me last night. He said, what was more likely to happen, a Cubs no-hitter or a White Sox victory? They both happened on the same night last night.
I know. Isn't that wonderful? It's been such a horrible summer of baseball, Marky B. Just horrible. And, but I'll tell you what. All of a sudden, the Cubs have found the way to give us a little bit of excitement. They went 20-6 in the month of August. If they can replicate that in this next month, they will have a real chance at nabbing that final wild card playoff spot.
Yeah.
Right now, they're currently 4 out. They got, a huge win last night, grabbing the no-hitter. Had been the first no-hitter in Wrigley since 1972. Talk about something special right there. So, we still got, there's a little bit of gas of hope. Obviously, the South Side, none.
Yeah.
But the North Side, there's still a little gas of hope. So, a little something to keep us interested as this season wraps up this month. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky and we get some Bears victories and a Cubs playoff appearance.
Cubs are going to have to be hot for the rest of the season to have a chance to snag one of those wild card spots. And they got the Yankees and the Dodgers coming up next, so they got some real teams on the schedule coming up.
That's the litmus test.
Yeah.
That's the litmus test, Marky B. If they can get through those 6 games and they can win those series, or at least win one of those series. Lose one series, fine, but you need to win one of those series. They can't lose both those series, or honestly, it's over. Because remember, like I told you, they went 20-6 in the month of August. They've already lost 2 games this month.
Yeah.
So that means that they can only afford to lose 4 more games. So if they don't win this series against the Yankees and the Dodgers, I think it'll be a curtain call, buddy.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right, Marcus Mack, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for joining me today.
You got it. Anytime. I love it. So next week we'll do it again, buddy.
All right, man. Take care. Marcus Mack, the truth about Chicago sports. And Saturday morning show is going to be kind of like the first show, but it's going to be a live broadcast from America's First Responders Fest. So we will have some sports and some regular talk about the festival Saturday morning, but then Marcus will be on every Saturday after that, beginning at 10 a.m. It is 8:41 here at WRMN. Hang on 1 second. All right, one of our guests for Kane County Speaks, James, is here, and so I had to speak to him for just a second. A lot of people here for the first time at the radio station and not sure where to wait for their appearance on the radio. So it is 8:42 here at WRMN. Brian Anderson will be in a few minutes, and we'll have Kane County Speaks coming up next hour. James, Cecilia, and another guest, I believe, on the telephone. We'll have a full show for you, and I'm sure more on that report that I started last hour from what's been going on at the Kane County Government Center. All right, I'm going to finish our staff meeting in a minute. First, let me take a phone call at 847-931-1410. And we go to our trusty friend, Trusty Pat. Good morning, Pat.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say I just ran into Frank Solaric at the gas station, and Frank is the PA announcer for St. Ed's for the basketball and football, and got talking about possibly doing one of the St. Ed's games. And I don't think the U46 schools you want to bother with. Nobody's going to listen to those. But St. Ed's might be worth it. They had a win. They had a win last week, and they might be worth it to look in the future. But I got a big kick out of. I think it may have been a Freudian slip. He talked to New Hampshire High School.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a big kick out of that. But it'll be interesting to do. Back when Walters and I was doing it, we were doing a Friday Night Lights. After the games, we had scores coming in all over the valley and so forth coming in from different sources. But that might be something to expound on, later on. So anyway, good luck on that, and looking forward to listening to some Friday Night Football possibly.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Pat, and keep me posted on what you want to do with St. Ed's. Maybe we can make something happen.
Yeah, and we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, take care.
Bye. Trusty Pat checking in. Pat Hudgens, of course. No stranger to sports, longtime referee of high school basketball, and been on WRMN before in the sports realm, wearing a sports helmet, so to speak. 8:45 here at WRMN. Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow night with Hampshire. I think we have 4 Hampshire games on the schedule, and this is just kind of I'm calling it an experiment. I want to see how it all develops, and hopefully it'll be something that we can expand on and make into something that becomes a regular part of WRMN in the future, the Fox Valley Sports Network, to go along with our community broadcasting as we are on every day, 6 to 6, live and local, and we hope to do that more on the weekends moving forward. 8:45 here at WRMN. All right, what else is happening? Let's make sure we finish our staff meeting, and then I'll get back to the news in just a couple of moments. Going back to YouTube this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Lots of comments we haven't gotten to today. Becky Blue checked in at 6:05 this morning. Happy Thursday, dear friends. Have a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine from me to you. Becky Blue sending 12 rays of sunshine to our sunshine scoreboard today. The Soto family checks in. They came at us at 6:06 this morning. Good morning, Mark, and the first shifters from Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom, into house, sending 3 prayers and 3 thumbs up to the thumbs up scoreboard. Captain Keith, senior engineer, Elgin High, class of 1978, back when life was great and I was 8. Have a great Thursday, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. Captain Keith. CK checked in this morning, comforting Kathleen. She's still sitting outside. I say still, how about again? Second time around, they walked around, they got some coffee, they are back at the executive table. CK sends us 10 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. And 10 American flags. We got the Nightmare on Elm Street checking in this morning. I'm talking about Dennis D. Not so young. Good morning, first shifters. Have a great day from Dennis D. Not so young. The operator checks in. Dino Delaley. I'm looking for my scroller on the right side of the screen so I can scroll down and see the rest of the YouTube comments. I can't find my scroller. So the last comment I can see is from Dean Delaley this morning. God morning, FRV, first shift, and Marky B. Each day is a gift that we are given. Let us utilize it to do the very best that we can for others and ourselves. Have a blessed day. Dino checking in this morning, a while back. It is 8:48 here at WRMN. By the way, I think what I'm going to do, if you are viewing on YouTube right now, just so you know, at the end of this hour, I'm going to shut down the current YouTube feed. And I'm going to start another one up specifically for Kane County Speaks. So you'll have to rejoin our YouTube broadcast probably at about 9:05, just so you know. Connect with us at that time, about 9:05 or so. I want to start the next stream right before we start Kane County Speaks, which begins officially at 9:06. Some tech talk there for you. But we still have about 10 minutes left on this stream. Well, thanks for all you're doing, Dino. He's going to be a very busy man the next couple of days. He's the man that puts all the pieces in place at Panton Mill Park. It shows everybody where they need to go. We have signs everywhere commemorating our great partners and sponsors of the event. Dean's going to be a part of the stage presentation Saturday, talking about the different stage tributes that we're going to have. Dean, myself, going to kind of tag team on that, I think, and we'll have some guests on stage with us as well, like Commander Mark Smith and Fire Chief Mike Felice, the former Fire Chief of Elgin and Bartlett, Chief Anna Lally and Undersheriff Amy Johnson, and other guests on stage on Saturday, and of course our great bands as well. 8:49 here at WRMN. Well, let me see. If there are other comments below Dean, I can't see them right now. Let me type in a message. Test. Is test a good enough message? And while I see what happens with that, I will go over to the Image 360 information line and say good morning to Certified. She checked in this morning at 8:35. And on a few occasions this morning. Thank you, Crazy Kathy, for checking in. Thanks always for being a 24/7 listener to WRMN. And she sends constant compliments to this radio show. If I listened to Crazy Kathy, I would think I'd have the best radio show in the history of the world. Nando checks in. He checked in this morning at 2:45 a.m. Good morning, everyone. Have a great day with lots of smiles from Nando. Thanks for checking in, Nando. Linda Carter checked in this morning at 12:02. She's sitting outside right now with the ladies, as a matter of fact. And she says, welcome back to a Thursday. God bless. Keep the faith. Linda C., originally from Jackson, Tennessee, walking in victory with Jesus, and sending us 15 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. $49 prayers on the prayer scoreboard currently. 58 Mike checks in. He says, good morning, Marky B, and all first shifters. Weird weather patterns are upon us. And so are 10 prayers from 58 Mike. Hope we can get back to some normalcy, says 58 Mike. I wouldn't expect normalcy, buddy. This is the new normal. Let me see. Let me see if I can find our live feed right now to see if anybody else has chimed in on YouTube this morning, but something's messing with my scroller and I can't see the comments coming in. That's bugging me. So let me click on this and click this, and there they are. Here's Brian Anderson. He's going to be in a few minutes with his guest this morning, and lots to talk about on Kane County Speaks next hour. Now back to our staff meeting on YouTube for a few moments. We have Mark Ellis checking in. Hey, Mark, former classmate of mine, Elgin High, class of 1988, back when life was great, and I was 18. You, me, and Marky B, says Mark Ellis, the winning combination for a spectacular day. How about that? You, me, and Marky B. I agree. PKB checks in, says, good morning, my friends. Have a great day, from Pamela. Checking in, I call her PKB. Those are her initials. The Soto family checks in with their 15 prayers to the prayer scoreboard. Prayer scoreboard now spiking a bit as we're up to 74. 8:53 here at WRMN. The commander in the house. Happy Thursday. It's burger night at the American Legion. That sounds good to me. 5:30 to 7:30. Try your luck with Lightning with Gordy and Jerry, the wild and wacky Gordy and Jerry. They host Lightning from 6:30 until 8:30. $3,000 jackpot. Possible to win. Bears Watch Party coming up Sunday at noon. American Legion, Post 57, 820 North Liberty Street, Elgin, Illinois. They'll have a vendor table at America's First Responders Fest and a presence too. Thanks for being a silver sponsor, American Legion. Basic Brendan checks in. Good morning, WRMN listeners. I'm Brendan, and I'm listening. That's great to know, Brendan.
Wow.
I'm Brendan, and I'm listening.
Wow.
No Nickname John says, everyone, as in not everybody, has met me yet to be able to hate me. So everyone doesn't hate me yet. It's badly worded, and if it needs an explanation, give it a 1. That's fair. Wow. That was on the bad joke, bad pun of the day earlier. Northwest West said that he and Junior understood. I did not understand, so I guess I have to give it a 1. But just because it's above my head doesn't mean it deserves an automatic 1. I'm just saying. Things fly above the old noggin fairly easily sometimes. No Nickname John chimes in every day. Brendan says, hey everyone, I'm going to First Responders Fest Saturday, September the 7th.
Wow.
Cool. Look forward to seeing you, Brendan. Terry S. says, happy Thursday, Mark. I'm so glad the weather is looking good for First Responders Fest. I hope everything goes smoothly. Prayers or the fingers crossed from Terry S. Thanks, Terry. Certified checked in a couple of times, as did wonderful Wilma Cash. Hi, and good morning on this Thursday with Marky B and our first shift friends. Everyone have a blessed day. Looking forward to the weekend, says the wonderful one. Going to be fast and furious. Wild and crazy. All right. Yeah, we see good morning. Checking in one more time. It's Brendan to say good morning to us. And I think we're caught up on YouTube as well. All right, it's 8:56. We're about 3 minutes away from our pause. That takes us into the top of the hour news break. And then we come back with Kane County Speaks and Brian Anderson. It's about time to play a little tune, I think, to take us into the top of the hour break. I was looking at some weird things that happened today in music history. And let's see. What did I find? American rock guitarist Ricky Reynolds died at the age of 72. He was a founding member, along with singer Jim Dandy, of southern rock band Black Oak, Arkansas. I think a lot of our listeners are probably not that familiar with Black Oak, Arkansas. I actually knew Jim Dandy himself. He lived in Memphis, Tennessee. So I've actually talked to him a few times. And so for those of you that are not familiar with Black Oak, Arkansas, I thought I'd play you a little bit of this song from Black Oak, Arkansas. And the name of the song is Jim Dandy to the Rescue. And what a song it is. Here it is.
Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue.
Go, Jim Dandy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a piece of that song for you. I hope you really enjoyed it. 8:57 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Now you know what you've been missing all these years by not knowing music by Black Oak, Arkansas. Missed a lot, didn't you? 8:57 here at WRMN. Also on this day in music history, a study of more than 36,000 people from around the world concluded that musical tastes and personality type were closely related. The research, which was carried out by Professor Adrian North of Harriet Watt University in the UK, suggested that classical music fans were shy. Heavy metal music fans were gentle. Really? and at ease with themselves. Fans of indie music had low self-esteem and were not hardworking. Fans of rap music had high self-esteem and were outgoing. Country and Western fans were hardworking and outgoing, it says here.
Wow.
What a survey. Reggae fans were creative but not hardworking.
Wow.
And fans of chart pop had high self-esteem, were not creative, but were hardworking.
Wow.
There's that in-depth survey for you. All right, that's going to take care of this hour. I'm going to shut down this YouTube feed and fire up another one because coming up next hour, Kane County Speaks. Stick around. First Shift continues.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia